Hey guys, man, guys, I'm going to talk to you guys about Sevilla 2, Barcelona 0. And once again, in these kind of big games, when Barcelona needs to perform, they'll shoot themselves down in the foot. And because of this result, Barcelona will need to perform in a crazy comeback at the Camp Nou. Now, history has shown us that when Sevilla had won the first leg 2-0, we had come back and won 6-1 the second leg. That was, I believe, 18 and 19 seasons, so maybe that can happen again, although I don't really think that's going to happen if I'm being completely honest right now. And honestly, this was a terrible performance today. This wasn't that great. And honestly, for me, the worst thing about this result is not necessarily the result itself. That is already bad enough. But it's a matter of the players just simply didn't look like they were interested in scoring, and they didn't have enough motivation, which is something I find very odd considering that the team was very motivated against likes of Betis and Granada. So were those teams really just not that great, or was it really because of that? And I have a feeling that this team has regressed. Like when it comes to big teams that are actually well equipped, both attacking-wise and defensively, I think we've been struggling, and that is a huge problem for me because we can all agree that Betis and Granada, they're not that great defensively. And that's why we were able to come back. And I wanted the team to score early in the game, within the first 30 minutes of the game, to at least show some intensity, show some desire, So with that aside, we're going to go into the player ratings. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, the player ratings today it's going to be very difficult for me to do these because most of the players were pretty underwhelming on the day. So Marc-André ter Stegen for me, you were probably one of our best players. You probably saved us this game. If it wasn't for you, we probably would have lost this by even a greater margin. We probably would have lost this 3-0. I remember you made that great save at Escuadado just before halftime. And honestly, you were probably the reason why this squad didn't even get worse. So I'll give you a 6. Jordi Alba, you were pretty average on the day. You did make some good crosses into the box. That's pretty much it. Samuel Umtiti, Jordi Alba 6. Samuel Umtiti, you were probably one of the worst players today. Umtiti, you were basically pretty bad. You basically gifted them 2 goals. You have a dribble pass from the first goal from Jules Koundé, and then a simple ball over the top. You can't deal with it, And we conceded both those goals thanks to your awful defending, And so Umtiti for me a 5. You can even go as 4 as 4. I'll give a 4. Why not? Mingueza 6. You didn't really have much to do in the game. Junior Firpo, you weren't that great either. You shouldn't even have been playing right back to begin with. And honestly, I'll give you a 5. Pedri, Busquets, De Jong, everyone gets a 6. Griezmann, I guess I'll give a 6 as well. Messi was actually decent today. He did have some good chances. However, even still, it wasn't that great of a chance. I remember that one chance he just had on the opening 10 minutes of the game. Other than that, though, Messi wasn't really that dangerous, and he did have a free kick opportunity, though, to be fair. So Messi was probably one of the best Barcelona players today. So I'll give a 7. And the Dembele for me, just his end product, man. His pace was good. That's pretty much at 6. Then we talk about the substitutes. Puig and Trincao, they literally came on the final minutes of the game. They basically didn't do anything in the game, just simply put, so I'm not going to even rate them. As for Ron Koeman, man, I think his lineup today was good for the most part. I can't really fault him for making that front 3. I think that front 3 was fairly solid. The midfield, I would say, was fairly solid. It's just that the center back or the right back positions, you should have started Mingueza on the right and Longley. And I know Longley for us, we don't really like Longley, and Longley isn't really that great. But at least we would have someone as an actual right back per se, you know what I'm saying? Like at least Mingueza, at least Longley would be okay for us because he can provide those long balls, which we really needed for that attack. So perhaps Longley should have maybe started in place of Junior Firpo, I think that would have been good because Junior Firpo for me was just not that great, And I think that. And then some substitutes, man. I don't know why you didn't make any sub. This is just something I've been hating on you. Your substitution today was absolutely awful. Why the earth did you wait until the 85th minute of the game? You should have made substitutions in the 60th or at least at halftime because we were trailing. We needed to change the game. The point of substitutes is to help you change the game. And I get that there's injuries, right? I get that there's injuries, I get that we don't have a lot of key players available. You could have at least brought on Puig way early in the game, Trincao early in the game. You could have brought on maybe Connor De La Fuente, maybe Alex Collado. We had some attacking options at bench, and you didn't put any of those options, And that's a disgrace to me because honestly, the substitutions today, while it may not have scored for us, you're at least trying something out because the team was clearly tired out. They were clearly exhausted. And guys, I want to tell you guys this. Julian Lopetegui, he made 5 substitutes before Koeman even made his first substitute. That's how bad his substitutions today were. I don't understand why the earth who waited so long for that. And it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace, man. So Koeman for me today, I'll give a 5. You are also not that great today. Your in-game management was poor. Your lineup today I thought was good for the most part, but as I said, you should have started Mingueza and Longley because I understand that you wanted to change something you wanted to do, but you can't do that in these kind of big games. This is too big of a game. You should have done that against Alaves, because that's not really a team that we should be threatening against. But with the way how we play today, I wouldn't even be surprised if we draw points to Alaves at home. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's a video for another day. Let's talk about the overall game. So, as I said before, guys, the first half, there was a great chance for Messi to score. Messi was one-on-one with Bono. Griezmann, I believe, Griezmann was the one that he gave the pass to Messi. He broke the offside trap, and it was a great save from Bono. Bono today was probably Sevilla's best player for sure, without a doubt. And then Sevilla nearly scored. And then Jules Koundé, he dribbled past Umtiti. And the thing about Jules Koundé is that he's a center back, guys. We allowed a flipping center back to score against us. I know Jules Koundé is a good center back. Don't get me wrong. I know he's a great center back. I know he's a great up-and-coming young center back. But you can't just allow a center back to get past you and score. That's just really sad. And it's not even a spectacular goal. I mean, it's not like a goal outside the box. It's just coming in, dribbling, and that's just not good. And Koundé scores. And at this point, I was like, okay, 1-0 to Sevilla. Well, it looks bad. We still have time to get to equalize, play over to a draw. And honestly, if we had gotten a draw from this game, I would have been perfectly fine, right? Then Sevilla makes a great shot. And Ter Stegen had a brilliant save, as I said, for Escuadro. Second half, there were some potential penalty claims that Mateus Loez did not even review VAR with. I don't understand why the VAR wasn't reviewed. And at least, if you're not going to give the penalty, at least show us the footage. At least give us the footage and that why you're not showing. It seemed like he didn't want to do anything. He seems like he was against us, you know what I'm saying? And that, yeah. And then a simple ball over the top, played by Oliver Jordan, I think it's his name. Plays on Ivan Rakitic. Rakitic keeps his cool and he beats Ter Stegen 1-1. He is a former Barcelona player, and of course, he did not celebrate. But honestly, that doesn't even really. I don't even care at this point, honestly. And it's 2-0 to Sevilla. Honestly, this was a game for me that we really should have done better with. I don't know why on earth Barcelona always fail to deliver in these big games. Because here's the big games. In order to win trophies, you have to beat the big teams. We have to beat the big teams. And this is a game in which we could have done something. We could have got that away goal, which would have been so much for us. Because now we're coming into the second leg knowing that we cannot concede. And that if we concede, we're going to have to basically score 4. Right, guys? We're going to have to score 4. Basically, we're going to have to do addition. We can't tie it. We have to score an additional goal. And with how Sevilla played today, how good they were attacking-wise, I wouldn't be surprised if Sevilla score 1, And we're going to have some kind of miracle at the Camp Nou. Okay. And as you can see, look at the stats right now, guys. 11 shots for Sevilla, 3 shots on target for Sevilla. Barcelona, 13 shots, 4 on target. It was a very, very dull game. Not really much to speak about here. And it's a shame because I feel like for me today, it was the biggest issue was defensively. Defensively for me was the biggest issue. And I think attacking-wise, we didn't play all that bad. It's just that defense for me was very disappointing today. And I think that's the reason why put this in the stage. So that's there's that. I do want to talk to you guys about some news reports. So today, Neymar did get injured against I believe it was a third division team in the cup, I believe. And there's a good chance that Neymar may not play against Barcelona. And if that's the case, that is a huge absentee. And let me just tell you guys this about the Paris Saint-Germain game. I don't really care about that competition that much. The Champions League, I mean, of course, I'll still watch. I'll do the match reviews. But I won't be. This game doesn't really matter for me, honestly, because we know for a fact that even if Barca do somehow progress, they're likely to get embarrassed in the quarters or the semis, And there's even a good chance that PSG will probably embarrass us, And I don't see this team winning it unless we can actually try to feasibly win that competition. There's no point we might as well get knocked down the round of 16. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm sorry to be in this kind of mood, guys. Unfortunately, Barcelona failed to deliver. And so, yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think of the comment below. Remember, comment, like, subscribe. Check out my description on Twitter, Discord, email, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.